Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Putback podcast. His name's Tyler. My name's Cole. Let's get this thing started.
All right, guys. So, like he said, welcome to the Putback podcast. We're gonna be doing. We got 4 different segments this week. One is gonna be the hot takes, which is Cole's quick questions from me, which I'm assuming you're gonna be answering as well. I hope.
Yeah, well, yeah, we could do that.
Okay. Well, he's got 6 questions picked out for me because I know the game pretty well. Then we're gonna do quick looks. So we got the hot takes, we got the quick looks. There are little things that have happened throughout the league. A little glimpse of that would be like LeBron almost killing somebody, and then we're gonna talk about early playoff predictions, who we think is gonna go, because I think we're about 11 games into the season, and then we're gonna talk about this week's predictions, just some key games, because there's 30 teams in the league, and they're all playing 2 games this week. So I'm not going through like 30, 40, 50, 60 games. I ain't got the time or the patience for that. So we'll pick up like, I'll look on my phone right before we get there and see what some of the key games are coming up this week for the schedule. And so we're going to do hot takes, quick looks, playoffs, and then regular predictions for next week. So let's get this hot seat going. I'm kind of excited for this. So I gotta ask: are these questions like basketball theory questions, or like are you just asking me questions about the league? Because I gotta know.
I'm asking you questions like, will this person be able to do this season?
Okay, got it. All right, I like it. I'm kind of nervous, honestly. We have these discussions all the time, but it's never on camera.
Yeah, really. So as everybody knows, Carmelo Anthony just signed with the Blazers.
Loving that. I'm glad he's back in the league.
My question for you is, will he be able to maintain his spot on the team the entire season, and will it make a difference in their playoff push?
Will it make a difference in the playoff push? Yeah. Chances are it'll end a lot quicker. Carmelo is good in the playoffs, but he's just... I don't know, I feel like everybody dumps the ball into him a little bit too much. If he can fix that, it'll be fine. As far as spot on the team, I think he's coming off the bench. If they start him, probably not. But if he comes off the bench, he definitely can maintain a spot. He's not a starter anymore. I love the guy. He's one of my favorite players, but I got to be honest here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one. I'd have to agree. Sorry, I keep fucking doing that.
Yeah.
My second question. Which LA team goes the farthest in the playoffs?
Lakers. As much as I want to say Clippers, and I don't know if you consider Sacramento Kings as part of like that California LA team, because they are in Cali, but they're not in LA. The Kings aren't going anywhere. The Clippers will match the Lakers, but the Lakers have to go the farthest. They have LeBron, and I just saw a stat.
How'd that work out for him last year?
He quit halfway through the year. I just saw a stat that for a big and a guard, because LeBron's a guard this year, 6'8", 260-pound guard. Him and Anthony Davis are the only duo since 1960s to average, one of them to average 20 points and 10 assists, and the other one to average 20 points and 10 rebounds, at least. And the last people to do that were Oscar Robertson and Jerry Lucas, and that was 1964.
Well, let's be real here. How many games have Kawhi and PG played together so far?
I don't think any. I think the 2 games PG came back, Kawhi has been out. So I don't really think any. So
we'll see. Like, Kawhi's a beast, dude.
Lakers have more depth, though. Like, the starting guards for the Clippers, Terrence Mann, who's in his first year, and Rodney Magruder, who's been a no-name for the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, I mean, the Clippers have the 6th man of the year.
Lou Williams, that's true. Ivica, whatever the fuck his name is. Zubac is looking good. It's going to be very interesting to see. I still am going to put my money on the Lakers just because of depth reasons. But if KCP can't get his shit together, Lakers aren't going nowhere. You know who Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, he's a shooting guard for the Lakers. He's getting paid $18 million a year, and he's been averaging 3 points a game this year, while shooting like literally 16% from 3.
Ugh.
Yeah, he got paid to be a spot-up shooter, and he's just missing everything.
Jeez. Let me ask you this. If the Clippers make it to the... Let's just say the LA teams meet in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, highly unlikely.
Do the Clippers get their own facility soon?
I hope so. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, they're both playing in the Staples Center. I think that'd be nice. But you got to think about that's two gigantic stadiums in the same town. I know LA is probably a big city, but got to think about spacing too.
Well, I mean, in football, there's the LA Chargers and the LA Rams, and they're both closing down their current stadiums and making one together. So that'll open up space.
Yeah, but do you think they're going to want to fill that in? Football is a multi-billion, maybe even trillion-dollar industry, and basketball is breaking into the billions easy, and might even touch trillions soon. But basketball doesn't make nearly as much money as football.
You're gonna tell me the Clippers can't level one of those stadiums and put up a.
Oh no,
arena?
I'm saying they could, but like, what are the chances of that actually happening?
I think the Clippers are getting real sick of sharing the stadium, arena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does toughen up some of the games. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a direct answer on that one.
All right. I got an over/under question for you.
I don't know how those things work, but sure.
Like, I'll give you like a number, and you just tell me if they're gonna finish under or over.
Okay.
The Warriors win 20.5 games. Under or over?
Will they win more than that? Is that the question?
Yeah, that's the question.
More, but not much more. I'm thinking like maybe 21, 22 games, to be honest. They might hit 25. Because you got to think
2-11 right now. So
yeah, but Draymond's coming back soon. He's been out for a few games. When Draymond's been on the court, they're not losing too bad. And they lost a lot of people, dude.
I mean, D'Lo's freaking out for 2 weeks. Curry's out there like, oh, my hand. But
Curry's got bad joints, bones, everything.
Well, when they make him do what he has to do, yeah. Then Clay last year was like, oh, my leg.
Did he tear his ACL, I think? Or Achilles, one of the two.
I don't
know. He's out for the season, I think.
But that boy came out and hit a freaking free throw with that effed up leg of his.
Hey, yeah, he's trying to be Kobe. I see him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I'm sitting my ass on the bench. No, somebody else get in there.
Yeah, man. So we done with that one?
Yep.
Got anything else to say with that?
A little over. Not much, but a little over.
Little over?
Yeah.
Who's the guy that went to LA and got, like, hurt and then had a warrant out for his arrest? My mind blanking right now.
DeMarcus Cousins?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, I just watched the game with the LA and I saw him sitting on the bench all.
Is he gonna? He's not gonna be back this season, is he?
I don't have an answer to that. What's your question now? While I look that up.
I didn't have a question relating him. And thinking about all the Warrior injuries and everybody the Warriors traded away, like KD, Cousins. I just couldn't think.
He ruptured his Achilles tendon while playing for the Pelicans in 2018. And it seems like I think it was a repeat injury this year.
All right. So my next question. League changing. This is a league changing question.
League changing question. I like those.
Will Giannis, the Greek freak, be on the Milwaukee Bucks next season?
I hope so. That's a franchise waiting to happen.
Who else does he have there?
Chris Middleton kind of turned into something good.
Yeah. I think they gotta make a play in free agency if they want Giannis to come back.
Brook Lopez is good. He's known as Splash Mountain. Chris Middleton is a lethal shooter. Giannis is playing a little bit PG, but I think, honestly, they need another playmaker. Because Chris Middleton isn't a playmaker, he's a spot-up shooter. Brook Lopez is 7'1", and
isn't Robin Lopez there now, too?
I think if he is, he's probably on the bench. Brook Lopez is a better scorer. So if that's the case, then they're getting good depth at the big man spot, but they don't have any playmakers. Like, it's Giannis. Giannis is the playmaker. That's why Giannis averages 30, 10, and 10. Like, it's not a joke. Giannis gets what he gets because nobody else can pass the fucking ball.
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't be surprised if him and Devin Booker end up on the same team.
I was just thinking the same. Can you imagine how many open-ass threes Devin Booker would have with Giannis on the team? It'd be easy. Devin Booker would be like 25 points a game and like shooting fucking 8 for 9 from 3 every night. Or 7
Dude,
for 8.
that would be a sick team, bro.
That would. And they got some good young guys too. So,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Next question. Or is that the last of the hot takes?
Got 2 more questions for you.
2 more. All right, shoot.
Going back a couple questions to the Golden State Warriors. Will D'Lo be on the Golden State Warriors next season? Or will they be like, hey, Clay's back, kick rocks?
Well, they traded for him with the theory that Clay was going to be back. If he's on an expiring contract, I doubt he's going back. But if he's staying on contract, I don't think they're going to get rid of him. Because I would love to see, unless it's that bad, I would love to see Steph, D'Lo, and Clay all on the same court. That's a lot of shooting and a lot of big guards. Like, think about that. Clay is sized to be a small forward. He's 6'7". D'Angelo's 6'5". Curry's 6'3". Curry can play the PG, guard the PG. D'Lo can play the 2 and guard the 2 and the 1. And then Clay can guard all 3. And that's just a big-ass team.
Clay's a beast. They're all beasts.
And think about it like that. Like, Marquise Chris is their center right now. He's like 6'9". So if they run a 6'9" center, that's a lot of, like, Draymond is 6'5". He just got remeasured at 6'5", which was funny as fuck to me because he lost 2 inches. If you run that lineup,
getting old.
he's like 28. Come on. The NBA just made people use real measurements this year. It's amazing. Giannis grew like a quarter of an inch. And Anthony Davis lost like half an inch. Anthony Davis is 6'8.5" now instead of 6'9". So that was fun. And LeBron gained half an inch.
That eyebrow of his.
So if you think...
Singular, 1 eyebrow, not 2.
But like Draymond and Marquise Chris are good bigs. Well, Draymond's a good guard at the big spot. Charles Barkley looking ass. They're good bigs. So just think of like how fast that lineup is though. Center 6'9". He can rebound. He can body. He's got a lot of strength, but he can run. Draymond 6'5". He can run. He can play make. He can do all that stuff. And then just spreading the floor, you have a 6'7" guy that can shoot lights out. 6'3" can shoot lights out. 6'5" can. All 3 of them can play make. It's having that small ball lineup would be ridiculous. The only thing I'd worry about is like when DeMarcus Cousins come back. If they play the Lakers, they got to deal with Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and DeMarcus Cousins. Not to mention Kyle Kuzma can play the 4. So they have the smallest guy in that lineup that I just mentioned is Kuzma. He's 6'8". The smallest guy. Dwight's 6'11". JaVale's 7'1". DeMarcus is 6'11". The only thing that I'd ever think the Warriors would have a problem with is that they had to run into a lineup that had actual bigs.
The LA Lakers, huh? That sounds more like the freaking LA Giants. I know it's a joke, but
that's Space Jam. That's the Monstars.
The Monstars. Exactly, it's the Monstars. Gonna need Bugs Bunny to blow somebody up again or something. I don't know.
Jesus.
But so my next question. You know how Harden just falls off a cliff when it comes to playoffs.
Right.
Like, what did they miss that one year? Did they miss like 23 pointers in a row?
They missed a league high 3-pointers. I think it was like 18 or 20, something like that. It was up there.
It was like 21, 23. It was something ridiculous.
It really is.
But,
I don't know how, with all those shooters, like people that are designed to stand in the corner and shoot the ball, how you miss that many shots.
Dude, I don't know. But so the question is, with that being said, does Houston make the playoffs and win a series?
All right, so Clint Capella's doing good. Actually, I'm on my fantasy team. Russell Westbrook has the same problem James Harden does, but they didn't have the problem when they played together. Granted, they also had KD, who's won rings, so I don't know if KD was the factor back in OKC. Yes, but not as fast. I think they're going to win a series, maybe 2. And I wouldn't be surprised if they made it semifinals or maybe Eastern Conference Finals. Are they in the East or the West? Rockets are in the West.
Yeah, they're in the West.
So maybe not. Maybe like 1 or 2 rounds. I'll be honest. There's a lot of talent in the West. East is a whole different story. Like, there's only like 4 teams that are going to the playoffs in the East. I could probably look at the. What's that?
Who are they? Who are they?
Bucks, Celtics, Nets, Sixers.
I see how it is.
Oh, the Raptors are one of those teams like there's like 15 teams in each conference, some shit like that. I think Raptors are one of those teams that there's so many teams in the Eastern Conference. Pistons, the Heat are alright. Like I said, Charlotte's not doing too bad. But there's the Knicks are getting a little better, not much. There's teams that could fight for that 5th to 8th spot, the 5th to 8th spot, and there's so much different jumbled going on in the East. The Raptors might be at the top of that mess, but they're still in that mess.
Siakam's looking pretty good this season, bro.
Is he?
And Siakam, he always looks good.
Lowry showed up last playoffs too, so it might be a little bit different this year. And Valanciunas is still on the team, so he's all right.
Oh, he's not.
Whoa, wait, what team did he go to? I know the answer to this. I just saw him in a different jersey the other week when I was watching NBA. What team did he go to?
Oh, we got Marc Gasol for him. So oh my God.
Grizzlies, because you guys Mike Conley was involved in some kind of trade, but he left in the offseason. Yeah. So Grizzlies. All right, so that's hot takes, I think, right?
Yeah, I thought of one more question while we were doing that though.
Go for it.
Devin Booker, is Devin Booker in Phoenix next season? I don't know if he's a free agent or not at the end of the season, but
if he's a free agent, I think he's just gonna stay in Phoenix. He's built such a base in Phoenix, and he's still young enough. He only spent 1 year in college, so he's still young enough to bounce out if he has to when he hits his prime. Because he's only been in the league for 3-4 years. You got to think about that. If he left and
wow,
he's like 22 years old. He's as old as I am.
Wow.
So you got to think.
Was that young?
I want to tell you something. Athletically, somebody's prime starts at 27 and ends at 32. You got to think this kid scored 70 plus points, 70 points or whatever, and he was like 21, 20. I don't think he was able to drink when he scored 70 points. Legally. I'm sure he was drinking more than enough in college.
Legally, yeah. I got you.
So he has a chance to build with Suns for at least another 5 years until he starts getting into his prime, and maybe things start to slow down. But I'm kind of excited for when he gets more basketball knowledge, because the more he plays, the better he's going to understand the game. And seeing all of his natural ability mixed with the IQ is going to be insane. That kid's going to average 33, 34 points a game in a few years.
Dude, I hope me and you are right though. If Booker and Giannis end up on the same
That'd
team,
be fucking dope.
Oh, that'd be amazing, bro.
And if they have a decent point guard too that can swing the ball when Giannis is out, it's cake. That'd be nasty.
All right, let's roll into the next segment.
So the next one is quick looks. Just not too long. A little bit touches on a couple different things. Paul George returned. He's averaging like 35 or 36 points a game in the last 2 games. One game was 33. I think the other one was 37 or 39. I don't know. What are we thinking about PG?
PG, I think he's going to have a real good season, especially with Kawhi being there. I mean, look at how much better Lowry looked last season.
I think
he was looking good with DeRozan too, but
Lowry,
Kawhi
I think,
elevates everybody.
Lowry's a good complimentary player, but so I was watching some of the PG games, and he's real comfortable just being out there, being the main star. So I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen, because Kawhi takes a lot of attention. That's 25, 26 points a game, easy, right? And PG, when he played alongside Melo and Westbrook, averaged like 19, 20 points a game. But he was told to stand in the corner and shoot. So giving him the ball more, I wonder if that's going to affect his points per game. But I know he's going to have a lot more space when Kawhi's on the court. Like, yeah, Kawhi makes everybody look better, and that's true. But Kawhi and then PG, I'm thinking like Zubac, all the like role players on the team are going to look so much better, because you have 2 people that demand so much attention.
Yeah, you're going to probably have 2 open guys, because Kawhi and PG are going to be double covered.
Yeah, you got.
To have 2 guys like, hey,
I can shoot, and then one of them's going to be Lou Williams, and it's a wrap. They should start all 3 of those. See what happens. I would love to see that.
Really.
Quick thoughts. I don't know any of the names. Rookie of the year. The only person I can really think of is Zion. I haven't really seen anybody else do numbers, and Zion's
borderline dead right now. Like,
he'll be back in like a week.
Really? I thought he was gonna miss like 6 weeks.
That was like 4 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
He went out like the first or second game of the season, and we're 12 games in the season.
He went out preseason.
Oh yeah, you're right. He only played like half a preseason game. No, I saw some of his NBA highlights because Joe and I reacted to it for a YouTube video. But he should be back soon. I just saw him like actually coming into the stadium on warm-up gear, talking about Zion. But the only person I can think of rookie of the year is Zion. Like there's nobody else that stands out. Like R.J. Barrett, I'm sure is doing good in New York, but let's be honest, they don't pick a rookie of the year that's not in the playoffs, and R.J. Barrett's not taking them to the playoffs. So I think Zion's the only option for rookie of the year. Yeah.
Probably. I hope he loses some weight, man, because that frame's gonna hurt him a lot if he can't lose some weight.
I think he's one of those people that have that freak athleticism that might make it like 8 years in the league unless he takes care of his body. Because that's 270, 280 pounds on a 6'6" frame, jumping easy 40 inches every time he has to get a rebound. He's landing hard. He doesn't land soft either. And if he lands straight leg, that's a wrap. He's blowing a kneecap.
I think he weighed in at 285 before the season. So
yeah, that's a big ass body.
He needs to lose some weight before he hurts himself.
And I'm worried about like getting, because you see it all the time where like somebody can land straight legged in the league and it doesn't hurt too bad because a lot of these guys are 180, 190 pounds. But you think Zion that short of body, because 6'6" isn't that high. Like I'm 6'4", that's not that far away. And I've seen people that are 6'6", it's not that crazy. But having 6'6" and 285 pounds, landing, if he lands straight leg, there's a kneecap. Like it's done. He's out. He's blown a kneecap without a doubt, and that shit fucking hurts. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that dude's built like a linebacker. Not to reference the NFL again, but that dude's built like a linebacker.
He really is though. He's a fucking monster.
They're not meant to be jumping up in the freaking air and like touching the top of the backboard, you know?
No, I will say a lot of NFL players do have some freakish athleticism though when it comes to that. A lot of them do come up high 30s, low 40s in the verticals. But Zion's not in the NFL.
Jumping 20, 30 times a game.
Yeah, no, and Zion is, and he's going to hurt himself real bad. But it's so freakishly great to watch him play though. Some of the moves he has and just the easy finishes.
And hopefully he has a new sponsor, because Nike almost killed him in college.
Did he sign with Nike or did he sign with Jordan? I feel like he signed with Jordan.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. One of them's the GOAT, the other one's somebody that mooches off people playing sneakers.
But I think it was a Nike in college, though.
Nike was Duke's sponsorship in college.
There we go.
But he did sign with Jordan, I just looked it up. So the next quick look. Luka. What's he got, like 3 or 4 triple-doubles this year? He's averaging 25 a game. Wow, the kid's a freak.
That guy's a monster.
Yeah, I don't know. You know I was riding him hard last year. I did so many reaction videos on him. But here we go. This season, 28.5 points a game, 10.7 rebounds, and 9.1 assists.
That dude's almost averaging a triple-double.
Yeah, and he's 20 years old.
Jesus.
That's freakish, isn't it?
Don't they have Porzingis now?
They got Porzingis, who's probably killing it. And they got my guy Boban Marjanovic. He's 7'3". I love Boban. But they have such a good team surrounding Luka, and when Porzingis comes back to full effect, I think that's going to be deadly to watch, those Mavericks. I think it's funny, though, that they had a gigantic-ass power forward with a fadeaway, being Porzingis, but they only went, like, a month and a half without having that because Dirk retired last year. So they went, like, a month and a half without having a 7-foot-plus Eastern European guy that could fade away from the block. They just replaced him with a younger, blonder guy. So that's the only difference.
Yeah.
And they gave him 2 inches. Dirk was, like, 7'1". Porzingis is 7'3". So they just grew him. They watered the plant and...
They got some monsters down there.
They do. Dwight Powell's freakishly athletic, but I'm really shocked with not shocked. I expected Luka to do this. I will say I didn't expect him to do it this early though. Like, I was thinking another two plus years before he turned into Luka.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good team to watch this year.
I'm excited for it. So the last quick look. I know we got two more. I'm sorry, but there's one I want to do right at the end. So the other quick look, which we talked a little bit about, I think, with your hot takes, the Warriors, they're missing like 4 or 5 players. What are they looking for like next year? Because this year is a bust for them, easy. Probably third pick in the draft. You think they're gonna come back stronger?
Third pick. Yeah, please. The NBA loves them, bro. The NBA loves them. They're going to be like, draft lottery. Oh, look at that. The Warriors. Let's give them the best college player.
That's probably going to be the case.
I guarantee you they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals if everybody stays healthy next year.
Oh, easy. I think this year Draymond has a good run for MVP because of what he's doing. And if he could lead that team to the playoffs, I think he'd have a great run for MVP. My phone just locked on me. That was great.
I don't think they're making the playoffs, bro.
If he can drag them to the playoffs, I think he's got an MVP. But I honestly don't think they're making the playoffs this year. And then Steph should be back later on. D'Lo will be back in 2 weeks. Draymond will be back soon. Clay will be back next year. It's going to be fun to watch. I will say some of their guards, some of the young guards, Jordan Poole, and then the other one I can't remember. Actually, they're pretty dope. And then one of them got like 2 25-point games back to back, like as soon as Steph went out. So that was interesting.
Did you say Curry's going to be back later this year?
I think it's the end of the year, right?
I thought they said he was out for the season. I think there was 2 different takes on it.
Well, either way, he's out until the end of the year, the beginning of next year. And if they make playoffs, which they probably won't, then he'll be back for playoffs. But you think if he's out for 6 months, that puts him in May. That really is like playoff season. So he's probably out for the season. You're right. The last quick look, because I don't know how far we are on this recording, but I know quick looks turned into, they were supposed to be like 2-minute bits, and now they're like 4-minute bits.
We'll work on it.
LeBron killed a man. LeBron killed a man. Nemanja Bjelica, I don't know how to say his fucking name, but that guy got murdered. LeBron hasn't boomed on somebody like that in 2+ years. Granted, he did sit out for the majority of last year, but watching that, like, I was like, there's no way he's in year 17. I want you to think about that. He came in the league at 18 years old. That man is 35. He has not slowed down one bit. Arguably having some of the best, most efficient season of his career, efficiency-wise, not points and assists and rebounds. Killed him, man. Just killed him. And then he had the balls. Are you telling me to stop talking about this?
No, he killed a man.
Oh, I saw this. Like there was someone. I was like, he had the balls to go on Twitter and Instagram and post a video and said, "Y'all know why you didn't see a dead body? Because I didn't want to knock him over," or something like that. He had the balls to do that and then talk trash right after the game. And Bjelica's like 16, 17 points a game right now on the Kings. He's actually killing it for the Kings. But he straight killed the man. Like, it was disgusting.
Is that dude ever going to retire?
Probably like 40. He's easily going to hit 20 years. But the crazy thing to think about is, like, Vince Carter just hit 22, and he's like 42 years old. Vince Carter came in the league at like 20 or 21 or something like that. And LeBron came in at 18, so he can hit 22 years in the league and just be touching 40. And he hasn't slowed down one bit.
How old's his son? You know?
16 or 17.
You think You think he wants to play with his son?
I think if LeBron plays with his son, it's on the tail end of his career. And I honestly can't see a time in LeBron's career, unless he plays for like 24, 25 seasons, I don't see a time where LeBron rides the bench. So I wouldn't put it past some team to draft LeBron Jr. and start both of them. Like, I would start LeBron Jr. or Bronny Jr. because he's a shooting guard. He's not a forward. He doesn't have the weight to be a forward. He's a guard.
It's gonna get messy, bro. Like, you think family dinners are bad? Imagine giving the ball to your son and he misses a game-winning shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're getting grounded for that one.
I don't think LeBron would give his son the game-winning shot. I don't have it. I don't have that faith in LeBron. So, I think that's it for quick looks. Recap on that: we went over Rookie of the Year, talked a little bit about Paul George's return, the Warriors, Luka, and LeBron killing a man, and then some serious topics now. Early playoff predictions. What do we got? East, we talked a little bit about it. I think definite teams are the Nets.
Home Rider.
Oh, for sure. Kyrie is getting me like 27 a game. The Nets, easy. The Celtics are definitely going. Raptors are probably going to end up there.
Sixers.
Sixers are definitely going. What was the other team I said earlier? Oh, the Bucks.
Bucks, yeah.
Easy.
Milwaukee. I think Miami's going to make it too.
I think they're going to be bottom. I don't think... How long has it been since they missed a fucking playoffs, though?
I honestly have no idea. I don't think Washington's getting it done this year. I don't think...
Not with Isaiah Thomas.
Chicago's making the playoffs. If Chicago makes the playoffs, that might be the 8th seed.
If Chicago makes the playoffs, Kobe White has to get a haircut.
Yeah, I was watching his highlights, bro. That hair looks like it slows him down.
I really just watched... This morning I watched the Nets and the Bulls game, and I was like, Cole's got to be joking, right? And I'm watching him drive to the lane. I'm watching his hair flow back. I'm like, is he getting slower? Like, he's not even taking contact. And he's just getting slower going towards the rim. And I just started laughing about it. I thought it was ridiculous. And then the West, Lakers, Clippers. There's so many good teams in the West. It's not even a joke. Rockets are going to go.
The West is stacked.
It really is. Rockets, Mavericks are probably going to make bottom, I think, this year. Easy. OKC. No, OKC's not going. Chris Paul isn't doing shit over there. Definitely going to... Jazz are going to make bottom seed. They always make bottom seed. They always weasel their way in there. Joe Ingles is an old man that just gets buckets out of nowhere. Donovan Mitchell. Very, very happy with him. He's on my fantasy team, actually. All right, so next we have... I don't know why I just showed you like that. Like, you could see it.
I can't see it.
We're going to jump into this week's predictions. So I'm going to pick out a couple of games. Some that are kind of, are team-related wise. And then some more, what's the word I'm looking for? What I think are going to be close games. So we have the Celtics versus the Kings. If you don't know, the Kings are doing pretty good. Buddy Hield is, I think, 3rd in the league for three-point efficiency. First in the league is Joe Harris. So...
the shoulder roll that.
Celtics Kings.
Hey, everybody.
Celtics Kings. I want to give you a quick fun fact. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Aaron Baines, and then somebody else on the Celtics are averaging the career high in points per game since Kemba Walker's been on the team.
That's surprising.
Oh, Marcus Smart, career high points per game. 4 different people are averaging their career high now that Kemba Walker's on the team.
How many assists is he averaging?
He's got to be averaging 8 or 9. His stats didn't change much. He's just giving the ball to the right people. And they're 10-1. They lead the league in NBA in record-wise.
Really?
Yeah. So Celtics Kings. What do we got?
Celtics, man.
I gotta go Celtics too. Quick change on the Rookie of the Year thing. So we talked a little bit about Rookie of the Year, Zion Williamson. Have you heard anything about Ja Morant?
Not really, no.
He's killing it for the Grizzlies, averaging like 20 points a game. I doubt once Zion comes back that he'll even be a name that we talk about a little bit, but he's doing good. A little bit of a joke conversation. These are tonight's games, by the way. Warriors-Pelicans.
Warriors-Pelicans. Oh, boy.
That's a whole load of shit in a bucket. I mean, Warriors definitely have Lonzo. They have Ingram. Or not the Warriors. The Pelicans have Lonzo. They have Ingram. Lonzo's out right now, also on my fantasy team.
Is he?
Smart. Yeah, I have 13 players on my fantasy team, and 4 of them motherfuckers are out. I haven't won a game in 2 weeks. I'm pissed. I'm going to go Pelicans just because I think the Warriors are good, but they don't have any of their key players. And this is...
Yeah.
From the time you guys are seeing this, this is Sunday night's game, so yesterday's games, because this is still going up Monday, 8 a.m.
So you know how the Warriors have 2 wins right now?
Yeah. They're 2-9?
Of course. Huh?
They're 2-9, I think? Yeah.
I think they're 2-11.
We've only played like 11, 12 games.
I could have sworn I seen they were 2-11. But one of the only 2 games they won, I bet against them. I'm like, are you serious? We have to win when I bet against you?
Why are you betting money on games, Cole? Get it together. So, I wanted to talk about some of our team's games. Nothing crazy. We're not going to get too in-depth into it because, like, the Nets are playing the Pacers. Oladipo's out, so the Pacers aren't even competition. The Raptors are playing the Hornets. That's an easy W as well. If all goes well, I think... So, Carmelo's signing is pending a physical. I wonder if he'll be back in time for the Trailblazers to play the Rockets Monday night.
That'll be interesting.
Because he sat on the team with Chris Paul, James Harden, and Melo all on one team 2 seasons ago, if you remember.
Yeah, that didn't happen. That was the thing that happened.
I'm very curious to see how it's going to work out.
Uh-oh.
Very,
Gonna be a couple fights. No, I'm just
very
kidding.
intrigued. Oh, for sure. What else we got going on? We got the. Did I just hit the wrong button? I did. Nice. We got the Thunder
Move.
versus the Clippers, which is going to be interesting for Chris Paul. Chris Paul reasons.
Is PG and Kawhi playing tonight, or is somebody doing load management?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. No,
Well, I mean, he won a championship last year doing load management, so
they played last night, so I doubt they're playing again tonight. Tuesday, the Lakers play the Thunder. But as far as like the Clippers and the Thunder, you got to think Paul George came from the Thunder. Chris Paul came from the Thunder, and then Clippers, yeah, I think this is gonna be I think it's gonna be a tight game. There's a lot of anger, I think, in that department because Chris Paul I think he got traded from the Clippers, and he re-signed with the Rockets for a year. So I think there's a lot going on in that department, for sure. Now,
for sure.
Why is this showing me less and less games?
Like you. That's why.
What's that?
Said because it doesn't love you.
It really doesn't, though, does it?
No.
All right, more games. Here we go.
Games. You got more games. Fine. It took you long enough.
First off, it didn't load the way I wanted to. Did you hear about the Tim Duncan is now on the coaching team for the Spurs?
I did not hear that.
All right, I'm going to use ESPN from now on because now it actually shows me the full week instead of just using Google. Wednesday, what else we got going on? Toronto at Orlando, or Orlando at Toronto. That's going to be a pretty interesting game, I think. Orlando.
It's a long trip.
Yeah, but Orlando's going to Toronto, so you don't got to worry about being jet lagged. But
They do.
Vucevic had his first. He's a center for the Magic. Had his first All-Star season last year, so very curious about that. What else we got?
Marcus All gonna lock him down. I'm just kidding. Marcus All is not gonna lock anybody down. But
Who
it
is
could be
your?
an interesting matchup.
I think Marcus All could lock down Vucevic. To be honest with you,
Dude,
I would put money on that. Oh, Wednesday night we have the Celtics versus the Clippers.
that's the game to watch of the week.
Do the Clippers hand the Celtics their second loss?
If Kawhi and Paul George play, definitely.
Unless because
Only
they
one of
haven't.
them plays, maybe.
If Paul George plays alone, it's definitely a loss for the Celtics. That man's on tear. But I think if they play the game against I think it was the Thunder. If they play the game against the Thunder and they get their kinks out because they haven't been on the court together unless it's an All-Star game, and they get their kinks out, I think it's an easy L for the Celtics. They're getting their ass beat, easy.
Yeah.
Um,
Celtics, man.
we don't have anything else major going on. Boston and the Nuggets. Nuggets are doing pretty good. Oh, next Friday, Rockets and Clippers.
Rockets and Clippers.
Westbrook, Harden versus Paul George, Kawhi Leonard.
That's gonna be a good game.
Zubac is looking good. Capella's
I'd
looking
say
good.
Western Conference matchup, Western Conference Finals matchup there, but nah. Houston's not making it to the Western Conference Finals.
You don't think so?
You've seen James Harden play in the playoffs, bro.
No, but you got to think. This is why I was saying. So, in order to make it to the finals, it has to be a bottom 4 team and a top 4 team. Think about that, because they do
You're right.
1 versus 8, or so they have to be somewhere in the middle. They'd have to be like 5th seed in order to like make it to the finals with each other, because it's 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has to be something weird there.
You got to be between. I think it's 3 and the 3rd and the 6th seed. You got to be somewhere in between there to actually make it to play the finals. Some shit like that. I forget. The way they do it is weird. I think they should do 1, 2, 3, 4, and do it like that. But then again, you put the worst teams in the conference against the worst teams, and they make it to the finals. They're getting smacked by the best team. So I guess it kind of makes sense because there's early upsets. Is there anything cool going on? So next Sunday's games aren't up, but we're gonna talk about them next Sunday.
Yeah, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
No, we're just going to do the week ahead. So we got... I want to talk a little bit about the Atlanta Hawks. They have Trae Young, who's averaging 29 and 9 this year. And
Trae Young's a good player.
they're playing Toronto next Saturday.
Are they?
Thoughts? Can Kyle Lowry lock
I
down?
wish Kawhi.
Kawhi could lock him down. Can Kyle Lowry shut down Trae Young?
I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what Kyle Lowry shows up.
I don't know. And then they don't really have anybody to hold Pascal Siakam. I don't really see that.
He'll probably have a good game.
Easy 20 a game or 20 that game. Oh, for sure. He's got to be averaging 18, 19 a game right now.
Somewhere around there.
Unless he's like killing it. So I think that's about it. Ibaka, dude, also on my fantasy team, also injured. Fucking kill me. I think he comes back soon though, but it breaks my heart, yo. I haven't been able to win a game in a while.
Your fantasy team's borderline dead.
Dude, 13 players, and I have 8 or 9 of them that can actually play. Like, my team's shot, to be honest with you. Unless injuries got updated today, which I doubt that's the case, I'm getting my ass handed to me.
You gotta change your team name to the Morgue or something.
My team name is Millsboro Post Up. Oh,
beautiful.
So let me tell you. It was Clint Capella is out a little bit. Lonzo Ball, Serge Ibaka, DeAndre Jordan just came back. And then who else was out? Because they just came back too. I honestly had like 5 people out. Oh, Donovan Mitchell was out for a game. So I had 5 people out pretty much this whole week. I'm losing, so they do it like points category. You get a certain amount of points for points, assists, rebounds.
Yeah.
I'm losing by like 300 points this week. And I can't get back. I'm not. I got like 869 to his like 1100 something. I'm not coming back. It's impossible. So, but no. I think that's about it for our first episode. Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good to me, bro.
So, quick recap. Did the hot takes, did the quick looks. Talked a little bit about playoff predictions and this week's coming predictions. I'm going to get a little bit better and a little bit more organized with the games. That way I know where they're at for next week. That way I'm not scrambling around like I was this week. You should have more questions for hot takes, right?
I'll figure out more questions, yeah.
And then we'll see what happens in the league. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
So I'm going to do the outro, and that is, if you guys check the link or check the description box down below, you guys can 1, subscribe to the channel, 2, follow the Instagram and the Twitter for the Putback podcast. And if you go on there, I think in the Instagram has my personal one and your personal one.
Yep.
And then the Twitter, Cole doesn't have a Twitter, so that's
not yet.
That's out the window. So
I'm not about that Twitter.
But follow us. It does. I don't even know how SoundCloud works. I just know I'm uploading it to SoundCloud because those are the only 2 platforms I know. If you guys are following on SoundCloud, I guess drop a follow or a subscription. I don't know. Follow us on SoundCloud. Subscribe to us on YouTube. This is mainly YouTube. Follow us on SoundCloud. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And you guys will see like clips right before, like quick clips from each episode Sunday night to talk about the episode Monday morning. So yeah, this has been the Putback podcast. I'm Tyler. This is Cole.
I'm Cole.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.